I'm Ben from Henry's Wine Bar, and today I'm going to taste an interesting wine. This is a really old bottle of Beaujolais. Now, normally you wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. It's very old. The level on the bottle is halfway down the neck, as you see. And Beaujolais isn't really known to last that long anyway. Why would you keep it that long? However, if you know that in the 1950s and 60s, it was quite normal for importers and people who bottled the wine to add in a bit of something else to make it taste a bit better. And that being the case, there's half a chance this might be remotely drinkable. As it is, I can't sell it because who would buy it? Well, I bought it for £4 in an auction. So I'm going to uncork it and we'll see what it tastes like. I'm going to have to decant it because it's probably got lots of sediment. I'm making a real mess of this now. Pull this off like that. And actually, this is an old tin, proper tin foil. Right, and here's an old corkscrew. Best way to open an old bottle of wine is with a corkscrew. This is called the worm of the corkscrew. And you can see that it's very fine and very even. And this is a very old corkscrew from 1790. It's the best one. I found it in an antique shop. The cork is soft. It'll probably fall apart as I try and pull it out. Oh God, this is going to be a nightmare. But I'm going to pull it. Sorry, I'm trying to show you. And just, oh dear, it's not good. Oh!
Oh, you've done it.
I keep twisting, pulling, and here we are. I actually managed to get a lot of it out. There's a bit there, which if I take you see how sodden, how wet that cork is. That's a good sign. It's better than it being a dry cork. If it was a dry cork, you'd be worried. Well, you could be worried anyway. Oh, I've dropped it in. There we are, what can I do? So now I'm going to decant it. And the reason I'm doing this is to separate the sediment from the wine. Just like this candle. Normally I'd use the torch on my iPhone, but my wife is using that to record this. All right, and let's decant this. So I can just keep the flame underneath the neck so I can see what's going through. I mean, if a lump of cork goes in there, it doesn't really matter because I can just pick it out. I'm imagining there's going to be lots of sediment and I don't really want to take any chances. What I'll see is a little tip, a slight clouding of the liquid, and that's sort of already starting to happen. But there we are. And actually, for a Beaujolais, which is meant to be a light wine, that's kind of an amazing colour. It sort of says to me that what's in the bottle isn't what's on the label. A lot of Algerian wine was put in back in those days. So let's taste it. I'm expecting it to be oxidized, i.e. the oxygen's got to it and it's brown and horrible. But you see, if it was oxidized, if it were oxidized, it would be a much browner colour. And you look at that colour, now I should put something white behind it, put that candle behind it, it's white. If you look at that colour, it's quite a healthy colour. So, let's swirl it around, give it a taste. It smells sort of brown sugar, which is the kind of oxidized thing you expect, but not unpleasant. Actually, it's starting to come, a bit of fruit coming through into that now. Okay, so whatever went into that bottle, it's not any kind of Beaujolais you'd expect. I mean, it's just straight Beaujolais, it doesn't say anything special. But that, to me, tastes like a far, far better wine, and who would know? So it just shows you never know with wine. There's no such thing as great wine, only great bottles, and actually, I think this is a great bottle. Cheers.